Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. All right, so go ahead and log on to starfall.com. And then once you're on there, go ahead and make your way to our calendar. And once you see that big play button, go ahead and press play.
Yippee!
It's April 2020.
Let's make a calendar.
Okay, so go ahead and press that sparkly green arrow in the bottom right corner. And we'll do the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so
What day of the week is it today?
what day of the week is it today? Yeah, it's Thursday.
Great job!
Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020. So today is the last day of April. Wow, this month has flown by. Okay, so let's go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Fill in the missing day and date.
fill in the missing day and date. So we just talked about how it's Thursday.
Thursday.
And then yesterday was the 29th, so that means today is the 30th. So I'm going to go ahead and
30th.
drag 30 over.
Great job!
Okay, and then once you have those filled in, go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Mark any special days this month.
mark any special days this month. So I'm going to do what I normally do and mark the official holidays this month first. So on Wednesday, on Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, that will be
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. Or that was April Fool's Day, I should say. And remember, that's the day that you got to hopefully do some lighthearted pranks or tricks on your family or friends. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, because that was April Fool's Day. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to that next week, and I'm looking at Thursday, April 9th, 2020. Thursday, April 9th was
Passover.
Passover. And remember, this was the Jewish holiday that we talked a little bit about. And if you did not see any of the videos that we talked about this holiday, I posted some online resources that you can check it out if you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Thursday, April 9th, 2020, because that was Passover. And these resources can be found on our Google Classroom if you want to find out more about any of these holidays. Okay, and then Friday, April 10th, 2020, that was the Christian holiday
Good Friday.
Good Friday. And this is the day where people of the Christian faith believe that Jesus died on the cross, which is why there is a cross on there. So I'm going to put a smiley face on Friday, April 10th, 2020, because that was Good Friday. And remember, Good Friday usually tells us that it is going to be Easter weekend. So that means Sunday, so the following Sunday, April 12th, 2020, was Easter.
Easter.
And this is the other Christian holiday where people of the Christian faith remember that Jesus rose from the dead. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Sunday, April 12th, 2020, because that was Easter. Okay, and then there is no holidays Easter week, so let's go ahead and jump to the next week. And I'm looking at Wednesday, April 22nd. That was
Earth
Day. Remember, that's the day where all around the world people spread information and awareness on how you can keep our planet healthy and happy for years to come. So I'm going to go ahead and put a smiley face on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, because that was Earth Day. Okay, and then our last official holiday of this month was last Friday. So Friday, April 24th, 2020, we talked about how that was the beginning day of the Muslim holiday of Ramadan. And remember, this is a month-long holiday. So it is continued, they are continuing to celebrate. And if you did not get to see the cool resources that I have on this holiday, they are on our Google Classroom too. So this was a really cool holiday to learn about. I liked that. So I'm going to put a smiley face on Friday, April 24th, 2020, because that was the beginning of Ramadan. Okay, and then remember how, so we'll jump back to Easter week, and remember how we had a long weekend. So we're going to go ahead, well, I'm going to go ahead and mark the days that we were off that week. So on Friday, April 10th, so Good Friday, we did not have school. So I'm going to put some stars on Friday, April 10th, 2020, because that was a no school day. And then remember, we also had that Monday off. So Monday the 13th was a no school day. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stars on Monday the 13th. And then there's one more day that I would like to recognize this month, and that's our friend's birthday. So January, February, March, April, and Harry. Harry had his 13th birthday on the 19th. So on Sunday, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a slice of birthday cake on Sunday, April 19th, 2020, because that was Harry's 13th birthday. Okay, so you can continue marking any special days this month that you would like, but I'm going to go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner and move on. So now we can
choose a picture for your calendar.
Choose a picture for our calendar. So I am going to pick, I think, since it's like a nice sunny day outside, I'm going to pick the boy and the girl walking in the park. So this is going to be my picture for my calendar today, but you can choose whichever picture you would like. Okay, and then once you have your picture chosen, go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And hooray, we finished calendar. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and transition to weather. So go ahead and type into Google Chico weather. Ooh, and see, if you watched yesterday's video, I'm looking at this first bit of information here. And our weather has changed even since we talked about it yesterday. See, that happens sometimes. So let's go ahead and look at the temperatures today. So we want to make sure there's a blue rectangle around temperature right here. And you'll see our temperature scale. And then once you know you're on temperature, go ahead and make that blue box around Thursday in the bottom left corner here. So right here. And once you have your blue box, I'm going to draw it out. So here's the blue box. And then I see THU, which is short for Thursday. Our weather picture, or the type of weather that we're going to have today. And this has not changed. This looks very similar to the weather we have been seeing for basically this whole month. So there is a sun with some clouds partly covering it. And then I see our two temperatures. One's going to be our highest temperature, and one's going to be our lowest temperature of the day. So I see 81 degrees and 54 degrees. So when you have your blue box around Thursday, so imagine this is a blue box, then we have THU, short for Thursday, the type of weather we're going to have today. And then one of these is going to be our highest temperature, and the other one will be our lowest temperature. So my question to you is, what temperature will be our highest temperature of the day? Will it be 81 degrees or 54 degrees? So if you said 81 degrees, you are correct. So let's see where that falls on our scale. So I can find 80 really easily because it's right here, and then I'm just going to go up one right here. So we are in that warm temperature range. So it will be warm today. Okay, so since 81 degrees is our highest temperature, that must mean that 54 degrees is going to be our lowest temperature of the day. So let's check out where that falls on here. So we have, here's 50 and 55, and I know that 54 is one less than 55. So I'm just going to go to 55 and go down one. And we are in that cool temperature range. So it will be cool, most likely tonight. Okay. And then let's talk about our weather picture today. It's a sun with clouds partly covering it. So what does that usually mean? What type of weather are we going to have today? So if you said partly cloudy or mostly sunny, if you will, because Google right now says mostly sunny, but it means the same thing, you're correct. It will be partly cloudy, or if you want to call it mostly sunny, it'll be mostly sunny today. Okay. So now let's check out our chances of precipitation. So let's make sure we have that blue rectangle around precipitation here. So we did temperature, now we're going to do precipitation, and you'll see our blue line here. Look how my finger is going. Look how that blue line is. Do we have a prediction about if we will have rain today? If our blue line is just straight across like that, like I just showed you, does that usually mean we will or we will not have precipitation today? To answer that question, I'm going to go ahead and look up here where it says precipitation. So it'll say precipitation, humidity, and wind. So we're going to look at precipitation and what percentage falls after the word precipitation. So Precipitation, precipitation. Boy, I bet some of you are glad that precipitation is not on your spelling word list, because that is a fun word to spell. Okay, so I'm seeing 0%. So precipitation, 0%. And that makes sense because usually when we have that blue line straight across like that, it means that there is going to be no precipitation. Okay, so let's check out what our wind is going to look like today. So let's make sure we have our blue rectangle around wind right here. So we did temperature, we just did precipitation, now we're going to do wind, and you'll know you're there when you see those arrows and the different wind speeds throughout the day. So let's check to see what our average wind speed will be today. And to figure that out, we will go right here where it says, hold on, let me lower my brightness. Precipitation, humidity, let's look at wind and what speed it says after the word wind. And I'm seeing, so we have W-I-N-D, which is how you spell wind, and then I see 6 mph, or our winds and our average wind speed will be 6 miles per hour. So that will be a nice, I'm looking outside right now and it looks like a nice light breeze. And so it'll be a little bit, it'll be warm today, but not as warm as yesterday or the day before. So this little nice breeze that we're gonna have today will probably feel really nice and break up some of the heat that we might have from when the sun comes out. Okay, so now that we've looked at most of the aspects that go with today's weather, so Thursday's weather, let's look what's going on tomorrow, Friday. Woo, Friday. So let's make sure we have a blue box around Friday down here. And so Friday, F-R-I, short for Friday. And then I see our weather type for tomorrow, and it's just a big sun. And then I see 82 degrees and 56 degrees. So, FRI, short for Friday, our type of weather we're going to have tomorrow, and our two temperatures. So which of these temperatures, 82 degrees or 56 degrees? So which one of those is our highest temperature tomorrow? Or which one, I guess, is closer to 100, if you will? So if you said 82, you were correct. So let's see where that's going to fall on our temperature ranges tomorrow. So we have 80, and we can just count up two more because 80 plus 2 is 82. So 81, 82. And we are still in the warm temperature range. So it will be warm tomorrow, and it might feel a little warmer than today because what type of weather will we have tomorrow? There's just a picture of the sun. What does that usually tell us the weather will be like? So if you said sunny, that's correct. So it will be 82 degrees and sunny, so there won't be any clouds to be covering up that sunlight. So it might feel a little warmer tomorrow, but we'll have to see because things might change overnight like it did last night. So now that we've compared and contrasted today's weather with tomorrow's weather, let's go ahead and write it out as if we were in class. So today will be a high of 81 degrees and partly cloudy or mostly sunny, whichever one you prefer. And then tomorrow will be a high of 82 degrees and sunny. So here we go. Today, a high of 81 degrees and partly cloudy or mostly sunny. Tomorrow, a high of 82 degrees and sunny. So, we've got some pretty beautiful weather coming our way. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our social story. You can continue to do the weather if you would like, but for time purposes, I'm going to go ahead and move on. And yesterday, we talked about taking turns. And specifically, we talked about taking turns when playing, like playing a game or something. And so, today, like I said yesterday, we're going to be talking about taking turns again today, but it will be taking turns in conversation. So let me just get this pulled up here. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. All right, taking turns in conversation. It is so much fun to have conversations with people. Having a conversation means talking about something together. I have conversations with my friends and my family. I have conversations with the other kids in my class at school. I have conversations with my teacher. I like to talk about movies and animals, and I like to learn about new ideas too. When I have a conversation with someone, it is important to take turns. Taking turns in a conversation means everyone gets a chance to talk and everyone gets a chance to listen. Sometimes when I get excited about an idea, it is hard for me to take turns in a conversation because I want to just keep talking. I have to pay attention to how much talking and how much listening I am doing. When I am having a conversation, I remember to stop every few sentences and think, has the other person had a chance to talk? I can ask the person a few questions or pause to let them have a turn. When it's the other person's turn to talk, I show them that I am listening by making eye contact, nodding my head, and thinking about what they're saying. When that person stops, looks at me, or asks me a direct question, that means it is probably my turn again. Taking turns in a conversation can be challenging, but it is how I learn from other people and connect with them too. I am always proud of myself when I do a good job taking turns when I am talking with someone else. So, this highlighted some important information about taking turns in a conversation. So remember, we talked about conversations and what they are. So a conversation is when people are talking about something together. And so in order for it to be a fair conversation, we want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to talk, or in other words, everyone takes turns talking. And so sometimes this can be hard when we're really excited about things and we really want to only talk about what we want to talk about. But it's important to remember that other people who are in the conversation probably would like to talk as well. So it's always nice to pay attention and make eye contact with who's talking and show them that you're listening by watching for those pauses in what they're saying, or if they ask you a direct question, as it said in our story, then it's usually your turn to talk. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, you can show when it's not your turn to talk. You can show that you're listening by making eye contact, nodding your head when people are saying things like you're in agreement or you understand what they're saying, and then really thinking about what they're saying. And so then when you know it's probably your turn to talk when the person stops, looks at you, or asks a direct question. So that's how you can kind of tell when it's going to be your turn. Or if you really just don't know, you can ask the people that you're having a conversation with. If you're not sure that it's your turn to talk, be like, you can ask, is it my turn to talk? But I think we hit all the important points to this social story. So I will put this in Google Slides as I normally do, and then put it on our Google Classroom. But I felt this was a nice follow-up to our taking turns topic we talked about yesterday. So tomorrow is Friday. So Fridays, we won't have a social story unless it's a holiday. And so tomorrow is not a holiday. So we will do what's in the bag like we normally would do on Fridays if we were in school. And so I'm going to find an item in my house and give you clues on what it could possibly be. And I think that would be a lot of fun. So, be looking forward to that, and be on the lookout for our Zoom links throughout the week. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday at 11, we do a class Zoom. So I hope that I see you all on our class Zoom today. If not, go ahead and please join us next Tuesday at 11, because I would love to talk to you all. But other than that, happy Thursday, and I will chat with you all soon or tomorrow.